So yes, this is NBA talk on Rojas Media for a little bit of a change. And it's me, it's your boy Francisco Rojas, but we also have here Yazan Borowski. I've never actually said, did I get your name right? I've actually
Uh,
never.
you said Yazan perfectly, but the last name is Baruki, but it's okay.
Oh,
I'll
that
let it
was
slide.
awful. Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
you're good.
All
But
right.
I'm glad you got the first name. That's all that matters.
All right. You're being nice there. But look, man, we got a nice little slate coming up here. We're gonna talk Bucks and Suns. Hasn't been the greatest finals ever. It's nice to have no LeBron or no Steph Curry for once. Nice to see some new faces. Nice to see Giannis, Booker, Ayton, Chris Paul, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. It's nice to see these guys in the finals. It's nice for a change. And then coming up as well, we're going to be talking a little bit of a fun topic. We're going to be talking about uh, our five favorite jerseys from each of us, our top five jerseys of all time, not just current,
hmm
all time. That's going to be fun. So I know you guys are looking forward to that. But let's start off, Yaz, with a little finals talk. Now the
Yeah.
Suns. It hasn't been. I said to you, off the record. I think I said to you the Suns blew them out in the first two games, but you kind of corrected
hmm
me and said it wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't. It wasn't very good games those first two games, even really game three.
Nope.
But the Suns, they for the most part convincingly, I guess, won games one and two. It was Giannis is to me, Giannis is the story so far of the finals. I
Unbelievable.
know the Suns are up in the series right now, but Giannis coming off this injury where we all thought it was probably an ACL injury. He was going to be done for this year, probably done for next year too.
hmm
Um, he's playing out of his mind. I think might be the best basketball I've ever seen him play. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the fact that what he's doing right now, uh, you know, not 100%. Now I know that most people that are in the playoffs probably aren't playing 100% for the most part. But what he's doing, what the injury that we saw him sustain against whoever they played in the conference finals, the Atlanta Hawks, um, is incredible. To me, that's the storyline number one. Um, but give me what you've seen, through the first three games. What have you liked from each team? What have you not liked? What are your just like general thoughts from what you've seen in the finals so far?
Yeah, I mean, Fran, it's great to be back. I know I haven't been on since that Game 7 loss that the Sixers took.
You were
I just
hiding.
need,
You were
yeah, man, I needed time. I needed time to process it. Still not over it. But hey, we're over that. I don't even want to think about the Sixers right now. But look, the NBA Finals right now, it's these two teams that no one expected to come out to be in the finals this year at the start of the season. I mean, obviously the Milwaukee Bucks are a great team in the years past with Giannis and keep getting the one seed, but then you had the Nets and the Sixers really taking over the East, and then they come out and win the East, which was surprising for most people. And then the Phoenix Suns are just a great story with Chris Paul. He's just what a legend. He truly is. Yeah, like you said, this finals has been pretty boring, to be honest. But Giannis is just an animal, man. He's something else. And what I love about him is, there's players like, Ben Simmons who will play bad and then lose his confidence and then will continue to play worse. But for Giannis, it's just different. He never lets a bad game get to him. If he plays a little bad, oh, his free throws were bad. He comes out the next game, shot 13 for 16 on the free throw line. He doesn't lose his confidence. If he plays bad, he comes back even stronger. That's what I love about Giannis. Just take basketball out of it. He's just such a great human being because he has that nature. You hear his story, like the way he developed. He was a stick when he came into the NBA, and now he's huge and a beast to the rim. He's truly one of the most hardworking players in the NBA ever. I truly think that. And what his performance right now in the finals, and he's not even 100%, is amazing. And we're truly watching greatness. And they won Game 3. Now it's 2-1. They're making Phoenix a run for its money. I thought a lot of people were just already giving up on the Bucks and saying Phoenix has this in the bag. And I mean, I don't disagree fully, but this is going to be a series now. I really think it's going to go to 6 or 7. I think that the Bucks need someone else to step up. Giannis can't carry them every single game. I love Giannis and I love what he's doing, but he's not going to be. He could put up 40 and 10 and still lose. So that's the problem. You need someone else to help him out. And Chris Middleton, besides game 1, hasn't been there for him. Drew Holiday has been inconsistent all series. Then they don't really got a solid. They don't really have a solid bench. And then you look at Phoenix's team; they're more of a complete team, but also the last game, their star players just playing poorly. Devin Booker only 10 points. DeAndre Ayton played well, but you can't run your offense through the center. You got to run it through the guards for that Phoenix team because that's where they win. You have Mikal Bridges, who had a great game 2, and then come out in game 3 and score 4 points. So, for Phoenix, they need their stars to be consistent as well. And then the Bucks need someone else to help Giannis because he cannot do it by himself. For example, Chris Middleton only got 18 points. That's solid for a win, but he played 41 minutes. 3 more minutes than Giannis. Middleton has the skill to go out there and score 30 on this Phoenix team. He really does. And he really should be contributing more and helping out Giannis. Another thing I want to add real quick is the coach of the Bucks, Mike Budenholzer. He's awful. He is awful. I think he should be fired either way. I still think the Bucks will win this. I'm sorry. I still think the Suns will win the finals.
If the Bucks win, they could still fire him. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think it will happen. But
that's what Sixers fans were saying about. I don't know if you remember that. Sixers fans were saying, "Oh, even if the Sixers win the finals, this is back when they had Brett Brown. People were saying, "Oh, still fire him. It's not going to be about Brett Brown." I'm like,
Look, no. Obviously, if the Bucks win, they're not going to fire him. But he's just not. Look, I watch this Bucks team. There's just no plays. There's nothing. There's no game plan. It's literally just give Giannis the ball and let him go to work. That's their only game plan. It's great. It's working now, but it's not going to work all series. And the Phoenix Suns are going to answer.
Yeah, I hear you. Also, it's tough to have a game plan when your players aren't playing up to par like they should be. Like Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. I said coming into this series, they are humongous X factors, and they have been extremely inconsistent. Middleton's nowhere near what he was in past rounds. Same with Drew Holiday, and both of them have been a bit inconsistent. But Chris Middleton, throughout the playoffs has come up big when they've needed him to. Now, look, there's still it's a 2-1 series. Maybe Middleton does step up at some point and we say, screw him scoring 11 points or whatever it was in game 2 and game 1, game 3, whatever. But Holiday and Middleton are the X factors. Now, look, you know what I like though as well? I like home court advantage playing a factor, in sports, because I feel like, we've kind of missed that. Since the pandemic started, it's kind of just been, it doesn't really matter. There's no fans, whatever. But I think we're kind of seeing that in the series though a little bit, that, the Bucks come out and they're amped, off the crowd. The Suns come out, they're amped off the crowd. Both of the crowds in Phoenix and Milwaukee have been electric, which we expect, especially coming out of the pandemic. And this is the first finals with fans, so, I'm happy. I think that it is playing a factor. I think Milwaukee will win game 4. I think Giannis is just hot right now. Giannis, no one can tell him anything right now. Even when he's in Phoenix and even when the crowd is counting to, all these seconds as he's just shooting the free throws, he kind of doesn't seem phased. For him, it's like, all right, I know I'm not the best free throw shooter, but I'm just going to go up here and try my best. It's like, I don't care. So the way I see it right now, I feel like Milwaukee is going to tie it up. I'm going to expect, now this is just me going out on a limb, going to expect Middleton and Drew Holiday to play a little better. I think they're going to use the momentum off this game 3 win to say, hey, if we contribute, then we're going to win big. That's how you got to look at it. Also, but I'm not going to expect also at the same time, I'm not going to expect Devin Booker to only have 10 points again. Now, granted, you got to look at it this way, though, with Phoenix. Phoenix is playing with house money, man. Like yeah, this is a year that Phoenix could win, and they still might. They're still my pick, but Phoenix at the same time, like Booker only had 10 points in game 3. But look, no one's expected him. This is his first playoffs in general. No one's
Yep.
expected him to come out and play the way he has. Yes, I know at the same time you could look at it this way and say, well, Chris Paul, he's a big part of this team. He's getting old. But I think they'll run it back with him. I think he has a player option.
Hmm.
I think he's definitely running it back. I don't
Oh,
see
he's
him.
definitely going back. He's
Yeah, and I
definitely
think they
going
will
back.
have another shot with him. But at the same time, I think Phoenix is just playing with house money right now, man. So I don't think that Phoenix is necessarily like panicking at the same time. So but I do expect Milwaukee to come out and win game 4. But like I said, Middleton and Holiday, they were X factors. They've been X factors in the series so far to me still, regardless of home court advantage.
Mhm.
They've been X factors. And they still need going forward, they need to play well for them to win, for them to have a shot. So that's how I'm seeing it. I got Bucks winning game 4. I'm still gonna go with my original pick. I got the Suns in 7. And then after this series is over, we can come back and
Mhm.
we can see what happened. But yeah. So who do you got going into game 4, Yaz?
Yeah.
And what about the rest of the series? What are your thoughts?
Game 4, I'm gonna go with the Bucks as well. I think that they're gonna ride off the Giannis momentum, and I think that Middleton and Drew Holiday, like you said, the X factors are really gonna pick it up. Something real quick that I wanted to say, you brought up a good point in saying like, Phoenix doesn't won't lose everything if they lose this series, right? And obviously the Bucks, it would be bigger for them to win a championship right now.
Right.
But
Right.
Chris Paul's only getting older. They only got
Mm-hmm.
so much money to give. Booker's going to be on a max. Aiton's going to be on a max. You got Mikal Bridges that wants to be on a max. There's going to become a point where they're not going to be able to afford everyone. And then, Chris Paul's already older.
Yeah.
And he wants a bigger contract. He might not even take his player option. So I think that Phoenix, it might be safe to say that they might need to win right now because who knows what could happen in 2 to 3 years, especially, you got the Warriors team that's coming back, you got the Lakers who going to be healthy next year. Don't worry about that. I think right now the best chance for Phoenix to win is right now, for both teams. I mean, you just got to go out there and win and don't think about, what if we lose. Um, I think that Raji, I don't know if Raji mentioned my prediction. I said Suns in 6.
Yeah, he did. He did
Um,
on
okay.
the show. Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna change that to. I'm gonna keep it Suns and 6. Actually, I
Oh,
really.
you can't change, man. You got to
No,
stay
no,
on
no.
your
I stay.
what?
I said no, no. I said I'm gonna stay with it. I'm gonna
Okay,
stay with
all
it.
right. There was no
No, no. I
changing
was.
though.
No, no. I
Well, you
wasn't
know
gonna
what?
change.
I did say I was going to stay on it. I mean, we can't give each other those
Yeah.
choices though. We can't
No,
just
no.
change up.
I was thinking like, oh, I was gonna say like it could go to 7 this series the way Giannis is playing, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
stick with 6. I think that Milwaukee wins next game, but that's the only game they're gonna win, and then Phoenix go on home and win in game 5 and then come back in Milwaukee and win game 6. So I really think that's how the series will go. And I think Chris Paul will win his first, ring and win that
I think
finals MVP.
yeah, I think we'll all be excited for him too. I think every NBA
Oh,
fan,
he deserves it.
right, besides the Milwaukee Bucks fans, I think everybody else is rooting for him.
I think I think I'm like this is the first finals like in a while where I could say I don't mind which team wins. I really don't because the way Giannis and the player that Giannis is just deserves it. I mean, no one else on the Bucks deserves it
Yeah.
as much as Phoenix does, but Giannis definitely deserves a ring for how talented he is. And of course, Chris Paul, Booker's a young star in the making. He already is a star.
Yeah.
Aiton is a monster. So like that team, it's like I still be happy whoever wins the series. I really will.
Yeah. Also, like the way I look at it is like, I think what will make me happy is the Suns win. Chris Paul gets his ring. I think for me, Giannis has already solidified his respect. If he doesn't win this series, as long
Yeah.
as he continues to play, I mean, he's already got the respect through these first 3 games. And now obviously it would be nice to see Giannis win the title. And I think, um, some fans would say like, oh, I want to see him win a title. But for me, it's like Giannis has kind of lacked fans' respect in the past.
Mhm.
Like
I
he's
agree.
two-time MVP. You got to get respect no matter what. It's a hard thing to do in the NBA. It doesn't matter. Uh, but I think at the end of the day, even if they don't win, Giannis is getting the respect. If they don't win, it's going to be because of players like Holiday,
Mm-hmm.
Middleton, other guys not showing up. Like you said, Budenholzer not doing a good job
Yep.
coaching. Um, so for me, it's like, look, Suns win in 7. Chris Paul gets his first ring.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Booker is young. He's coming up, and he's already gets a ring. He's playing incredible throughout the playoffs, and Giannis gets the respect, man. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
look at it. So look, my one wish is that I want, no matter what the outcome is, because it's sport. That's the beauty of sports, is that we
Yep.
don't know what's going to happen. That's why these are the best reality TV
Yep.
shows
Of
in
course.
freaking America. So, um, my wish is that we get good, entertaining games. I want back and forth. I don't care who wins. I don't care if I'm wrong and the Milwaukee actually wins the next 3 games.
Yep.
I just want good basketball games. I want to be wired until the end, nervous, even though they aren't my teams that I really care about. I want to see good basketball games. That's my wish. Um,
Perfectly said.